Well, it's an exciting Sunday in Tamil Nadu, especially we've seen that the DMK is going to release their manifesto today. Very interesting, and all eyes will be to see what kind of poll promises will be done. In fact, more than 500 poll promises were done in the last manifesto of the DMK, and we have with us a very prominent personality and senior political leader of the DMK party, Ms. Tamiz. Ma'am, manifesto is going to be released. How important? I mean, many people will be looking forward, especially for the common man, because DMK is known for being a lot of poll promises, and especially concerning the welfare schemes. Last time 500 were promised. How much this time?
Out of 500 promises last time made, 404 were fulfilled. You can file an RTI and fact check that. And those promises which were not actually met out or delivered were due to the non-cooperation by the union government or due to non-allocation of funds. That was the major hiccups. So I don't think so any other state had actually delivered what it has promised, like our Chief Minister had done for the past 5 years. So this time we are all the more excited because whenever DMK releases its manifesto, it will become the cynosure of all the eyes. It will be the hero or the heroine of... So sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
It will be the hero or heroine of the electoral campaign. DMK always pitches its welfare measures on one tagline or basic principle: social justice. Delivering everything equally to all. Because equality is not treating everyone equal, but it is giving equal opportunity to all. So that is the Dravidian model government. So last time we have had so many schemes. In fact, the first signature our Chief Minister had put after the assumption of his office was the Vidiyal Payanam Thittam. That is, without bus fare tickets, women can travel in the government buses. So that was a major scheme which had empowered especially all the working class women to an entirely independent way, means of mobility. They've all become mobile. So many measures, many welfare schemes. The breakfast scheme, which was adopted by our Chief Minister, is now being followed by the Canadian government. So I can name a list, I would say. So this time also, it will definitely address to the needs of the common people, to the marginalized section, to all the other underprivileged classes, women, children, students, as well as physically challenged people. Because when you see a manifesto of our party, you can see that it always will be an all-comprehensive one. So it's with great expectations. All of us, be it a common man or a woman, and all of us are just waiting for the evening to dawn up to another new era, the carrying forward of our Chief Minister's vision, because he had already issued a vision statement. No Chief Minister in India had issued a vision statement before an election. He had done that 2 weeks ago. What we had done, what we promised, what we had done, and what we are ahead of it. 2.0 Dravidian model government.
How many schemes this time, ma'am?
This time also, because see, every time our Chief Minister will always outwin his own achievements. We never see anyone as our competitors. We always, our DMK chief will always want to perform to outwin his own performance. So probably this time also it will be more than 500, I think.
As you rightly claimed, and also the opposition is claiming, 3/4 of the poll promises were fulfilled, and they're saying that the rest of the thing DMK didn't fulfill, but it's passing on the blame on center. How do you like to respond to that?
It is not passing the blame or passing the ball in their court. It is a fact. See, for example, I would state that the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan Fund, SSA funds, more than 2,151 crores is pending to be delivered to us. Those are the funds which we need to pay the teachers who teach our students. Since we haven't signed the new education policy, we are targeted for that. And our funds for Jal Jeevan Mission is pending. Our funds for Manrega is pending. Our funds for the new water facility scheme is pending. This is just a few samples. So these are all the visible samples that I would say that the union government is treating us partially. And because we are opposition party, because DMK is very, very vociferous in its ideological, front. In now, even the forming of alliance as the secular progressive front. We are leading the coalition and we are the major opposition party. We are facing the brunt of the union government's non-cooperation.
BJP especially in a certain analysis also say that the welfare schemes looks fine on paper and also might get you votes in populist schemes, but it's a huge burden on the state exchequer and also on the treasury. How do you like to respond to those allegations? How is the DMK managing that?
Well, as a chief minister, our chief minister is also well aware of the facts. Then how was he managing means you have to, I think this is a lesson which the union government, not only the union government, but also other states also should take Tamil Nadu as an example. Tamil Nadu is a leading state in its performance on, above the, setting the benchmark very high compared to other states. In industries, economics, it has achieved a double-digit 11.9% after 10 years in its economic growth and GDP growth, women empowerment, the student ratio, and recently in all the laboratory infrastructure for the government schools, it had outwon even Kerala, 98%. So how our chief minister has achieved this is because of the schemes and the measures based on social justice. Okay, when you are blaming us for borrowing debts, I would substantiate it or justify it by saying that here is a chief minister who is hell-bent in generating revenue. That is how he meets out with all the other schemes wherein we don't get allotment from the union government.
Point out the huge borrowing for the welfare schemes.
No, that is a lame excuse. Why don't they also do that? See, any government, now let me just take out the debt with all the other states, not only other states, the union government, how much debt has it received from the World Bank? So any government is prone. Now you are forcing us, pushing us to borrow, but our chief minister is not just stopping there. He is generating income. How many industrial summits has he conducted? How many countries he has visited to draw investors? And how many industries, even recently also Hyundai also. So despite the non-cooperation, despite the loan burden, he doesn't simply sit, oh, we can borrow any large number of amount. When the AIDMK left the power to us, the treasury was so empty it was. And it was a corona period. But in those crisis situations, we were financially drained up. We have had a very terrible situation of facing a world pandemic. And you have a non-cooperative union government without any support. But despite that, by increasing the income and generating income, not only to us, but our government is the largest generator of revenue to the union government. But what do you give? Every 1 rupee we get none of it back. But compared, like to Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, how much you are giving? If they give 1 rupee, Uttar Pradesh is getting more than, like 2 rupees or whatever it is, or Bihar also. For us, we get only 29 paise. So that is how the partial treatment. But still our chief minister is doing well because he concentrates in getting revenues, generating income through the revenues, especially through inviting a lot of investors and drawing the attention of the multinational companies also, creating a very conducive economical ethos wherein everybody is willing to invest.
Ma'am, you also released your candidates. First time 60 plus, first new candidates and seats for 18 to 19 women have also given. Why did they go for the new ones? And especially in a very contested battle, you've given 60 new candidates ticket.
See,
what are your prospects looking like?
It's always been our priority, our chief minister's priority as a leader, that it should be a very well-balanced candidate list. You can see the senior-most persons and all the well-performing ministers getting accommodated, as well as you said rightly, 60 plus new faces have been given. See, out of the 164 candidates, you see the merits of all the candidates. I would list out 125 candidates are graduates. Out of the 164, 125 are graduates and 19 are women. 17 candidates are engineers, 15 candidates are doctors, and I think 7 of them holds a PhD. and there are 29 advocates. So it caters to the expectations of the people that here comes a very well.
Targeted all the constituencies.
Yes, also see minorities also. AIDMK has pitched only one Muslim candidate. So it is totally now surrendered, very visible that it is surrendered to the agenda of BJP. But look at our candidates. We have given 4 party Muslim candidates, 6 from the alliance parties. Congress list is yet to come. So altogether 10 Muslim candidates, and we have got more than 6 or 7 Christian candidates from our own party. The Congress list is yet to come. So it is a secular progressive front. Progressive in giving birth to both the youngsters, more than 60 plus young faces, fresh faces who have worked for the party are given birth. At the same time, it represents what we profess, our ideology. Progressive we are in our ideology, in our candidate list, and secular also. You can see that. Can you just show one of these factors being satisfied in the NDA alliance?
Since that brought the NDA alliance, NDA has been targeting DMK over the dynastic politics. They've been targeting you over corruption. They're saying that poor maintenance of law and order in the state. Several contentious and religious issues also flared up this time. How do you like to respond to that, especially from coming from NDA and from Prime Minister, who's going to campaign now in shortly from a neighboring state?
Yeah, whenever Prime Minister visits Tamil Nadu, it is a huge gain on us only, because people will realize all the false promises and all that Tamil talk, quoting Thiruvalluvar and Bharatiyar, only namesake whenever he comes there and does nothing. For example, promoting Sanskrit, he has spent for the past 10 years, he has spent more than I think 3,000 or 4,000 crores. But for the promotion of the Dravidian languages, including Tamil, for the past 10 years, merely 47 crores. Tamil Nadu people are very, very rational, thinking, critical people. They are religious, but they never vote for polarization politics. You can see the history of it. Now, coming to the question of nepotism or dynasty politics, who is making such statement? Our Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal is in charge of Tamil Nadu. And is he not coming from the family of a politician? And what about other ministers? Dharmendra Pradhan, I can quote a number of, like members of the parliament as well as the ministers who have had that family history, either their mother or their father. And in the IDMK also. So that is a cliched thing. When they don't have anything concrete to point out, they will come out with this. And law and order situation, again, who is talking about that? See, I am not comparing. We are for taking quick actions and accountable for it. What happened in Unnao? What happened in Manipur? What happened to the Bilkis Banu victims? You garland them when they come out of it. Okay, what happened to all the women athletes who sat on the grounds, and you were guiding a member of the parliament who were responsible for that still in the parliament? And Manipur was burning when 2 of our sisters were stripped naked. The Prime Minister never opened his mouth for 78 days. And who has the right to talk about that now? And AIDMK or UFM, you must have not have forgotten about the Pollachi issue. Nobody won't have forgotten the cry of that young girl crying, Anna enna vittidunga. And those culprits, the AIDMK was safeguarding them. Only after DMK came to power, they were, brought before the law and they were punished. Here, whenever, see, for example, a few incidents must have taken place. We never deny that. But here is a chief minister who is taking responsibility for that, who's taking that I am accountable and takes quick and swift actions. The culprit were punished. They were brought before the law. They were punished. But what had happened in all these incidents, that I have quoted just a few samples of it. So these are all and your corruption, you have your washing machines. You say that all the other political leaders from the opposition parties, they were all corrupt, and once they come into BJP, you put them in your washing machine and then you will declare them that they are so pure now. So you don't have any rights to make all these shallow, which are mere jokes, accusations against us.
For a sneak peek for us, which will be the jewel of the crown of today's schemes will be announcing?
I would say that, see, like you also, I'm eagerly waiting, all of us excited. But, you know, like, yeah, no.
Give a little bit sneak peek, which area will be like the jewel of the crown of the screen?
Always I think women, always I think women, you know, like always our chief minister has given importance to the homemakers, because that's how he has given the Kalaignar Mahalir Urimai Togai, because people think that we just simply sit at home. The unpaid recognized work of the women, the home bakers, only, you know, like 1,000 rupees or the 5,000 rupees at a chunk. So I think it will be, you know, like always for women and students. That's how it is.
So there you heard very senior leader of the DMK and member of parliament, Ms. Tamiz, claiming that 500 schemes were announced last time in 2021. More than 400 schemes were fulfilled by the DMK government here. Some of the schemes which are not fulfilled is because of the central government's interference and not allotting the money which was meant for it. But this time they say they're going to surpass it, and women will be the key focus as always. We'll have to wait and see what will be the key schemes which will be announced by the DMK. But excitement here in Tamil Nadu, all looking for the manifesto release today evening. Video journalist Pradeep in Chennai for Times Now. This is Imran Khan.